go to page 82. Δεν το χρειαζόμαστε τώρα, αλλά τέλος πάντων. The number of adults in higher education rose, fluctuated, or climbed steadily between 1990 and 2010. Κοντινή μου. Climbed steadily, you believe. Okay. And the other one is rose steadily. Why we cannot say fluctuated steadily, Pablo μου?
Γιατί το fluctuated είναι για...
Up and down. And το steadily είναι opposite, ναι. Ωραία. Perfect. Μαρίνα μου, μπορείς να βλέπεις τώρα? Μαρίνα.
Ναι, τώρα από.
Εντάξει, Μαρίνα μου. Έλα, Μαρίνα μου, κάνουμε την άσκηση 2 στη σελίδα 82 για το writing task 1. Είναι λέξεις σημαντικές που χρησιμοποιούμε στο writing task 1. There was a sudden plateau, slump or plunge. Το plateau, when you reach a plateau, for example, something is changing and is changing. For example, you lose kilos, and then suddenly you reach a plateau and you stop losing kilos. So it's like something is getting stabilized when you reach a plateau for a long time. Even if you want to change it, you can't. So a plateau is a very it's a situation that no changes happen. A slump, what do you think it's a slump? A fall or a rise? A fall, yeah, bravo. And a plunge is like a dive, maybe. Yeah, very nice. So there was a sudden in the sales of electrical appliances during the second quarter of the year, but this was turned around in the third. Τούτον άλλαξε την τρίτη χρονιά. What do you think, guys? Paul and Daniel? What do you think? You have to reject one answer and choose the other two. Yeah?
So it's B and C.
So it's B and C. You looked a little bit puzzled, but after all, you knew the answer. So, local winemaking output remained unchanged, stayed constant, reached the climax at a level of 3,000 liters a day from September to October, before increasing thereafter. Μετέπειτα. What do you think, Irene? Bravo, well thought answer. Do you know what is any difficult words? Thereafter. Έπειτα, ύστερα. Μπράβο. Το stayed constant, Φωτεινή μου. Do you know what it is? Exactly. Stays the same. You know it, Daniel, right? Stays the same. Very nice. Towards the end of 2007, the manufacture of motor vehicles, το vehicles, έτσι διαβάζεται, όχι vehicles, εντάξει, shot up, deteriorated, or soared. Παιδιά, το shot up, can you move your hands and show me this move? Yeah, shot up, exactly. Deteriorated. Can you move your hands and show me what it looks like? Yeah, something gets worse. Yeah, it's worn out, it's deteriorated. Χάλασε. No, it's gone down, goes down. And sword? No, show me. Boom. Yeah, exactly. I have to copy you because Marina is looking at me, not you. So, shot up, deteriorated, and soared is a very, 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 very loud eruption, something that's going up, you know, very suddenly and in a very big and loud way. So which two options make sense? Daniel and Irene, you are raising your hand though. A and C, bravo. They shot up before leveling off. We can see the contrast, level off, σημαίνει it goes down. The graph shows a clear and constant peak. What is the peak, Marina? When you reach a peak, it means you're on the top of the mountain, the top of the climax. It's a climax. Μαρίνα μου γράψε the top. The peak is the top. The graph shows a clear and constant peak, downward trend that goes down, a drop, a fall. In the nation's support for nuclear power during the whole period between 1990 and 2000. So, Ειρήνη μου και Μαρίνα. Ειρήνη και Μαρίνα. Μπήκε εσύ a downward trend, Μαρίνα μου, something that goes down. Δεν μπορείς να πεις constant peak, μπορείς να πεις συνεχόμενη peak, αφού το peak είναι και συνεχόμενο, ναι. The peak is not a constant thing, it's something that it's instant. It's something instant. Στιγμιαίο, and then it goes down again. The graph shows a clear it reached the peak and it stayed there for some time. Ναι. Λοιπόν, or it reached the climax. Energy consumption peaks, κορυφώνεται, climaxes or stabilizes ή σταθεροποιείται during the compression stage. Compression είναι when you compress something, yeah, of the process. After this, the amount begins falling steadily, σταθερά, until packaging begins. Τι να βάλουμε, Paul μου και Daniel μου? Can you repeat the answer?
C.
A and C, but these are not synonyms. The peaks with the stabilizers, they're somehow different, not somehow, very different. The peak, Daniel Mu, it's the top of the pyramid, and the climax the same. So these are the same, and this is something different. Is it clear? Paul Mu, what have you chosen as an answer?
A and B.
Okay, you're okay then, of course. Are you ready to proceed? Marina, are you okay with everything, or do you need any further explanations?
I'm okay.
Good job. Guys, I'm sure that you know what stabilizes mean. It stays constant. Yeah, stays the same. It reaches a plateau, maybe.
Some point is going after step.
Yeah, straight line.
Climax.
Climax is when you reach the top of something before you start going down again. It shows that something doesn't last for a long time. It's like the climax is for a short time. There is always the rise and the fall. Το έχει συνδυάσει από το climb, ναι, και it's similar. Fodeni has found a trick to remember. When you climb, you reach a climax because it sounds the same, climb and climax.
No, because I think like peak is a big
Yeah.
the point we should reach climax. I also said that the same
Is the peak again.
Yeah, but like going to this peak.
Yeah. I want to tell you that there is a slight difference sometimes in terms of different contexts. A peak is more literal, literal, like the peak of the mountain, something tangible, κάτι απτό. But a climax is something that's not non-tangible, abstract. Yeah, you don't say the climax of the mountain. You say the peak of the mountain. The climax is something like a nuance. Όχι. Το climax σου λέει αυτό στην κλιμάκωση. Είναι η κλιμάκωση το climax. Αλλά το peak είναι η κορυφή. Το peak πάει και κυριολεκτικά να το πεις για βουνό, για λόφο. Ενώ το climax δεν μπορεί να το πεις για κάτι που βλέπεις. Είναι για κάτι που σκέφτεσαι. Έφτασε στην κορυφή μια διαδικασία. Είναι για διαδικασία πιο πολύ. Αλλά το peak πάει για τα δύο. Ας πούμε, energy consumption peaks. Φτάνει στην κορύφωση. Δεν σημαίνει μόνο κορυφή του βουνού, ας πούμε.
Γιατί το κλάιμαξ δεν ταιριάζει με το βουνό μου τώρα εγώ που είπα σκαρφολώνω.
Έτσι.
Γιατί?
Ναι, αλλά πάλι υπάρχει ανωδική πορεία στο climax. Ναι. Και σημαίνει ότι δεν μένει το... When you speak about a peak and a climax, it means that soon after, there's going to be a drop. Okay, so if you are to... I will draw you two different graphs and tell me... So, there is a peak and a climax. Which graph do you prefer? The first graph or the second graph? This is just an increasing trend, a never-ending one. Like there is no climax here. For a climax to exist and a peak to exist, there should also be a downfall afterward. So the climax is the peak of a rise and a fall. Is that stage, the top of the pyramid. So this is the peak and the climax. So the graph should have this whole moon. The graph should be like this, to use this word. Shouldn't be like this. Can't be like this. Should go down again. Unless, you know, there is something like, yeah. Stocks maybe, yeah, they go up and down. There is a peak. So, are you guys ready for the next exercise? Okay. In order to be more accurate, we should describe how significant a change is. We can modify nouns using adjectives. So, here, a steady increase. Which is the noun and which is the adjective? Irinmu. Hello. Which is the noun and which is the adjective? Marigalene, I will explain some things until 7 o'clock, and then I will change topic, but these are useful for everyone anyway to hear. So, yeah. So increase is the noun, and the steady increase is the steady in the adjective. Is it better to say an increase or a steady increase? Holmo and Daniel, what is richer? To use adjectives in front of the nouns because you make your writing seem richer. Steady increase, yeah. Let's proceed now, and we can modify verbs using adverbs. So, in front of the nouns, we use adjectives, but in front of verbs, what do we use to describe verbs, Paul and Daniel? To describe a noun, we need an adjective. To describe a verb, what do we need? Adverb, επίρρημα, μπράβο, ας πούμε. But you knew what you wanted to say. Λοιπόν, άρα, increasing, θα πει slight increasing. You need an adverb. How are adverbs formed in the English language? They are formed by using, most of the times, of course, not always, the ly. So you won't say slight increasing. You have to say it is slightly increasing. You need this ly to use an adverb. So when you want to define a verb, you need to use an adverb. When you want to define a noun, you need an adjective, right? And you want to define your words in the writing task 1, of course, in the right way, right? So in here we say instead of saying steady increase, because we here the verb increase σημαίνει αυξάνω, to increase, you will say steadily, not steady. Okay, steadily. Always the nouns, they need their adjectives to go before them. Hello, Παναγιώτη μου. So the adjectives go before the nouns, but the adverbs can go after the verbs. Okay, the following tables list adjectives and adverbs which describe the degree of change depending on its significance. So, significant change. Τούτα σημαίνουν πολλή αλλαγή. Εντάξει. Significant, significantly. Which is the adjective and which is the adverb. Παναγιώτη μου, η ώρα αυτά να ξεκινήσω, εντάξει. Significant και significantly. Which is the adjective and which is the adverb, yeah? The adverb is the second one, okay. Considerable and considerably. Σημαίνει σε μεγάλο βαθμό και το πρώτο είναι το adjective and the second one is the adverb. This is dramatic and dramatically. Dramatic, δραματικός και το δεύτερο με δραματικό τρόπο. They are similar in meaning, yeah. Sharp σημαίνει ξαφνικό και sharply. Ξαφνικό και απότομο. Εντάξει. It's a sharp rise. It rose sharply. So, it's a steep rise, but it rises steeply, Daniel και Paul. Then, it is a sudden rise, but it rises suddenly. Okay, so then we've got moderate change, and then we've got a slight change. Moderate, moderately. Moderate σημαίνει average. Ναι. Relative, relatively. Σχετικά. Γεια σου, Ειρήνη μου, καλά. Ναι, ναι.
Οκ, γεια σας.
Η ώρα αυτά θα ξεκινήσω σε ένα λεπτάκι. Relative, relatively. Ακόμα να ξεκινήσω με... Λοιπόν, μετά, steady, steadily. Steady είναι ο σταθερός. Και με σταθερό τρόπο. Continuous, continuously. What does it mean continuous, Daniel μου? Non-stop. Non-stop.
Sounds like it's going without
Interruption. Something is evolving without it.
continue.
Happening without any interruptions. Ναι. Μετά, τελευταίες λέξεις. Slight και slightly σημαίνει ελαφρώς. Slow και slowly. Με αργόν τρόπο, εύκολο αυτό. Gradual και gradually. Εντάξει. Gradual. What do you think? Σταδιακά. So, slowly, slowly, not suddenly. Gradually. Okay. Marginally. Σημαίνει οριακά, σημαίνει πολύ λίγο. Εντάξει, so marginally means slightly, just a little bit. You know what the margin is? Margin, when you're on the margin, it means you're at the side of the page. You are at the edge of a page. The margin of a, this is the margin of a page. The margin of a page is the side of the page. Like, το περιθώριο, ένα λεπτό να το δείξω. Έχω ένα τετράδιο που έχει margins μέσα.
I understand.
When you are marginalized, you are thrown, you know, this side of the page is the margin.
Ah, okay.
You are at the side of the page, the margin. So when it's something marginal, it takes a little bit of space on the page. Daniel, I'll try to explain here in English because he doesn't speak Greek. So it's a marginal change. It's a little bit of change, okay? And negligible σημαίνει αμεληταίος. Negligible σημαίνει αμεληταία. Just a little bit again. Negligible, it's just a small amount, yeah? Okay, so guys, we have concluded with the delivery of writing task 1. Now we're going to proceed to the opinion essay. Okay, so did you have any time to look at the... I remembered to stop the recording and start a new one. Stop the recording.